guys, as promised, I'm going to do a live opening of the barley I brought home with me. I brought 2 bundles. This was the very first day. Location slips my mind, it doesn't matter, it was in the south. That I found some barley that was not even hard dough. I did pick a bit of it and bring it home, and we're going to look at it. It's been hanging out just in like room temperature climate. It's not been hanging outside, it's not been in the wind, it's just been in the room with me while I stayed in the south, just hanging out just like that. This other bundle is the stuff that I brought home from Ryan area, the rest stop down there, and the area before that I picked. It too, that was just yesterday, it too's just been hanging out, that's all. First, I want to start by showing you something. These 2 little pieces, let me see if I can, those 2 little pieces. In the photo, in the group, you will see that I said I had found hard dough at that location by Raim. This is the grain from yesterday that I opened. It is indivisible. It is Aviv, past Aviv, it is hard caramel. Just from, hear it? It's stuck on the end of my finger. Just from drying naturally. Not outside, just shut up and drying. This is what's left of the stalk that came from. You can see basically it's just dropped. It's just come all apart. Get it down here where you can see it. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing and show you at the same time. So this was that original stalk of barley I picked, okay? So when barley ripens, it ripens from the top. The awns with the grains at the top ripen first, and these are the last. Knowing that, let's check this last 2 grains are still stuck here and see what the condition of it is today. Okay, you see that? I didn't divide it by my fingernail. You see that? I can dent it, but I can't divide it. Just do the second one here. We'll do all of them. I had 3 left from that. This was further up. It's going to be harder, I can tell you right now. Okay, let's do this one. Pull it off the little, that was a peanut, I'd call it pull it off the nib. Okay, there's that grain. It is even less divisible with my thumbnail. That's a beet. We picked it at hard, I picked this at hard dough yesterday. And just in the ambient room, this is how the plant signaled the energy that was left in this stalk to take this to a different level. Got one more, let's look at this one. All that same stalk of barley that was hard dough in the field. Pushing really hard. That's not divisible. Okay. So this is a bundle from that same field. And we're going to just look at it. You can see I've just tied it to itself. And I want to just look and see well, look how brittle it is. You see how it's just coming apart? It's become very brittle in 24 hours. Very brittle. I can barely divide that by my fingernail. Barely. Okay. So that's that. I still stand by my decision to start the new year based on how quickly this is going to start maturing now. The other thing is, this was from the field that was from 3 days ago. And it was, you can see it's a greener color because it was less mature. But I want to see, for my own education, what has happened to this in the 1, 2, now 3 days since I harvested this in the field. Okay, that's wild oats. I use the wild oats to tie the barley with. That's what that's about. All right, here we go. This was basically like a pretty soft dough. I don't expect this to be a bead, but I expect it to be less dough. Okay, here we go. You can't squeeze it. You can divide it. Can I divide it in two? Barely. I can divide it in two. So basically what we have is this is already in 2 days come up a couple of levels in hardness of dough since I've picked it. I just wanted to show you this. There's a lot of talk about when do we harvest, how do we harvest, all this kind of stuff. You need to understand that the barley in Israel is not like domestic barley. It will absolutely, you know, I apologize for this analogy, but it's the best analogy I have. Most things that Elohim have created try their hardest to cast forth a seed before they die. Barley's a little like a cockroach. Have you ever seen a cockroach, a dying cockroach, lay an egg before it finally dies? Barley knows when its life cycle is ending, and it will use the last of its energy to make a seed come forth, because that's how it was created to be. Okay, so I still stand by everything I've said about this is the right season, that the new moon will be the beginning of the Abib count, or the beginning of the month of the Abib. I still stand by that decision. Even more so today that I've looked at some of these and seen how, my goodness, it's just progressed to this. I mean, okay, here's that again, that when I opened in the field, if I tried to eat that, which I won't, because, you know, we can't eat it before first fruits of barley, that would rattle my teeth. That would be crunchy. That's what happened to it in 24 hours when I harvested in the field. That's what happened to this grain. Soft dough, it's come all the way up, you know. That's the way he created it. And so it goes very fast from hard dough into a bead very easily and very readily, because it's casting forth a seed so that there will be another generation of barley in the next season. So that's it. I am off for the new moon to watch tonight. Whether or not we see it, I don't know. It's a little cloudy today. Only a 10% chance of rain in my area. Hopefully somebody will see it in Israel tonight. If not, we'll see it tomorrow night. We'll begin the new year, whether or not we see it. Tonight's the 29th day. Tomorrow will be the 30th day. And just a little FYI, the reason I do stay with the 30-day month is because if you go back to the flood, when Noah was shut up for 5 months because of the rain, he counted a month as 30 days, even though in the deluge, I'm sure he did not see a new moon sliver. So we have kind of been given this biblical pattern of a 30-day cap on a month. Yeah, so that's it, folks. Let's see what this says. Can you make a YouTube video so I can share this with... you know, I'll chat with you later about this. Thanks for watching.